To all the ladies watching this video, good evening, or good afternoon, or good whatever, depending on the time zone you're watching this video. Have you recently developed a crush? Could it be perhaps an Indian man? Do you one day dream of having a wedding akin to those marriage scenes in Bollywood movies that have an insert song and dance sequence? Well, those dreams are not just a fantasy anymore. That's right, ladies, your efforts of catching that dirty 7-Eleven samosa selling dick are all going to be over. Why? Because I have come up with a solution. Listen, ladies, all you have to really do is just watch a movie called Arjun Reddy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of ODRA, a little series I'm doing where I just get to judge people's tastes and spew hate, as we say here, for some fun. Today we're going to talk about Arjun Reddy. What is this movie, you ask? Well, it's a modern day masterpiece, a massive cult classic consisting of the modern youth. A fantastic film, highlighting every single characteristic of the Indian male, not but including misogyny, heavy smoking, heavy drinking, having a temper as short as our peepees, and having egos inflated to the fucking stratosphere. Now let me get this straight. If you like this movie, I've got nothing on you. In fact, I even have some of my hedonistic, misogynistic movies that I enjoy too. So I get the feeling I'm a misogynist too. Just kidding. Don't cancel me. But liking those movies is where I draw the line. It's when people start idolizing these characters and start acting like them in real life. It's when things get out of hand. Anybody who starts doing this immediately deserves a bullet in the neck. Whoa. Just joking. And one type of person belonging to this category of people is called the Arjun Reddy fan. All meaning of the movie was lost on these motherfuckers. They completely missed the point of the movie and thought that by acting like an alcoholic dickhead makes them look like the coolest person on earth, leaving us to deal with these hindrances of people. All of a sudden they think they're from Coolsville or some shit. But now, after years of torment with these motherfuckers, I'm finally about to unload. Watch out, Arjun Reddy fans, I'm about to drop a doozy on your heads. Okay, now, without any further ado, let's get into it. The Arjun Reddy is a rather complex specimen, or rather they seem complex just to hide how shallow they really are. Let's simplify the Arjun Reddy into two personas. The first persona is the online persona, and the second persona being the offline persona. Let's first talk about the online persona. The online persona of the Arjun Reddy is a cesspool of sadness and depression. Well, that's what they want you to think. See, the average Arjun Reddy fan has lost all ability to differentiate between sadness and depression. Now kids, we all have our moments. We get sad from time to time as human beings. But whenever I see a depression status from one of these motherfuckers, I just want to fucking off myself. It's just the most incel shit imaginable is on my fucking timeline. What's worse is that these guys just don't use Arjun Reddy anymore. Any movies or series with a slightly sad character isn't out of reach for these motherfuckers. They aren't safe anymore, boys. All I just want to say is that I can't publicly admit that I'm a Peaky Blinders fan anymore. I just want to summon a legion of gun-wielding devils and go ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Look, here's an example. These guys could have the most well-meaning fucking angels, fucking people who could solve their problems in a fucking snap of their fingers. They could ask, yo, what happened? And these guys reply, nothing, bro. You wouldn't get it. Grrr, dude! You're the one that posted this shit. Talk to me. That's why we have these fucking millions of messaging services. On second thought, I'm probably the last person you want any advice on. But hey, if it's not me, talk to somebody else so we don't see this garbage anymore. Well, if this one wasn't the shittiest exchange of all time, then one of the two things that could happen next are even more fucked. The Arjun Reddy after this, not just 5 minutes later, will either post something like, hey, nobody understands me. But mind you, they refused help from a once so caring friend. Or B, nobody cares about me, when no one replies. And then they wonder why nobody ever talks to them anymore. Here, I've got an idea. Give me your phone. Just know that there are actual people who are depressed and they can't open up about their problems so easily. You know, you might think you're slick, but you ain't. Everybody else just scrolled and went, the fuck was that shit? Well, if most people don't care about these guys, why do you care so much? Valid question. Now, here's where I talk about the offline persona. How do I even begin to talk about this shit? Okay, y'all might have heard about the literally me meme. A small little meme where the concept is that we, the audience, look at an introverted, violent psychopath and say, literally me, meaning we ironically identify with these characters. It's a fun little joke that I reference all the time. But the Arjun Reddy fan has completely literally made the film, absolutely absorbing the character and enacting them in real life. The outcome is being a disappointment to everybody else. Kids, this is where we must learn one of the harsh truths of life. Films are not reality. Yes, I know that this is a difficult thing to accept. Even I have a hard time dealing with this unbearable knowledge. But that is not an excuse to act like a drunk dickhead in real life. Now, it is a well-known fact that almost every Indian citizen is a raging alcoholic. I'd say it's pretty much a law at this point. Now, you can go drink, go do whatever the fuck you want, destroy your livers and whatnot. I don't fucking care, okay? But these guys aren't an annoyance 24/7, whether drunk or not. The drunk Arjun Reddy will start talking about his love problems, which mostly is just hot gas, by the way. Like they be yapping their mouth running a love depression story or whatever the fuck. It seems comparable to The Weeknd or some shit. On second thought, Abel, you want some material for that next album. If you truly want to make the final part of the Dawn trilogy a masterpiece, now hop on a plane and come over to India. We got toxic stories for days. She left me, bro. Yeah, and I'm finna curb stomp you if you don't stop the sissy shit. But I'd also curb stomp the shit out of a sober Arjun Reddy fan just as much as I'd curb stomp the shit out of a drunk one. The behavior of the sober Arjun Reddy fan is one of the most intolerable things I've had to experience in my days. Now, the sober Arjun Reddy fan mostly goes undetected. They're usually unidentifiable outside of the activities of standing in a line at a bar or asking money for alcohol. But here's how you identify them if you don't know. Okay, on some days, right, they'll wear a dark shirt, right, and they'll just start randomly yapping things, and they will start acting irritated all of a sudden. Now, kids, this is where the hunting season for us begins. Now listen closely. This is what I like to call the venting phase of the Arjun Reddy. They'll start taking out their anger on us normal functioning people. Now this is the part where you take out the gun and I don't need to explain anything anymore. Bro, these motherfuckers can't make me wear a black shirt anymore because I can't go outside anymore without somebody asking me, are you depressed? The Arjun Reddy also engages in some erratic behavior. Just because this motherfucker's girlfriend didn't text him for 5 minutes, I have to listen to this doofus's psychotic ramblings. Those moments I just want to pull a Vincent Van Gogh and cut off my fucking ears. And when the girl does text back, these motherfuckers perk up, acting like they wasn't mumbling all that psycho shit a second ago. The Arjun Reddy also has a weird attraction to bikes, especially a certain bike called the Royal Enfield. If you ever seen Arjun Reddy in the venting phase riding one of these bikes, do the following method. Distract the creature and make him get away from his bike. Get a few liters of kerosene and light that bike on fire. Revel in satisfaction as the Arjun Reddy is unable to comprehend what is happening right in front of him. Other erratic behavior includes doing some of the most reckless shit possible, like performing bike stunts or dancing while being drunk like a fish. Now there's a lot of documented footage on the internet, but the cherry on top is the music running in the background in these videos. The you know what I'm talking about. The da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hearing that shit makes my blood fucking boil. Hearing that music is like the bat signal for me, because that is when I know a motherfucker needs to get popped. But I genuinely want to know something. Who are these idiots' parents? Jeff Bezos? Bill Gates? Because they gotta be stacked as shit. You know what? I want to talk to these parents. I want to sit them down and tell them straight to their face that don't ever let your son talk to me again, eh? So how about instead of funding his alcohol habit and buying him expensive bikes, put that money into a training regime and train him enough just so much that he can come even near to me. The motherfucker's acting like the shit when I'm around. The final stage is when I start to see life quotes and memes made from these motherfuckers. When you see your friends start writing these preachy, self-pitiable shits, it's game over, my guys. I mean, look at him, it's not even good life advice. What the fuck is this shit? I could have gone my whole life without reading this shit and processing it in my brain. It's just at that point where I want to commit scooter ankle. Why? All of this shit just for a movie about a drunk psychotic asshole. Well, what about the movie itself? Is it any good? To answer a question, I don't know. I haven't seen this movie or its variants that have spread like a virus, and I never will. You know how much friends I've seen succumb to this disease? Hey yo, the new Arjun Reddy remake just dropped. Wanna watch it with me?